have in the house member Sam. Come on up, Sam. Now, when Sam joined the club, he was only in high school at the time, right? Los Gatos High School?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And he was on the verge of going away to college. And he's back after his freshman year.
Yep.
And he thought he would stop by and see what we're up to. His major is finance. This guy is going to be
Economics, actually.
economics, but this kid's going to be running private equity someday. So be nice to him. Be nice to him, right?
Okay, you can meet me. It's all right.
Sam, tell us what you've been up to.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sam. I am a 19-year-old student at CU Boulder in Colorado. I joined this club initially in high school. I was 18 in my senior year of high school, and I thought this would be a good opportunity for me to express myself and become a better speaker. And after that, I honestly never looked back until this year. And this summer, I kind of didn't have enough time to come to this club, and I was quite occupied with a lot of different things. But here I am on this day to say hi to everyone and continue doing what Toastmasters is. So, yeah.
So when you were at school, did you have any opportunities to use, did you have a need for your public speaking skills?
Yes, I am actually the social chair of the equestrian team at CU Boulder. So riding horses is one of my specialties nowadays. So yeah, connecting our club together and creating speeches and announcements and having opportunities for us to come together as a team is mainly where I use my speaking nowadays. So
awesome. Yeah. Well, welcome. Great to have you back. Okay, and before we get started, some sad news out of Italy. Did any of you guys hear about the famous Italian chef famous guy? He recently died. He passed away. Passed away. No, I'm not done. I'm not done. He passed away. They said he ran out of time. Time. Yeah. Say, you know, we can only do so much. No. We can. All right. Here's the last one. His legacy will be a pizza history. His legacy will be a pizza history. All right. Turn it over to our Madam President, Natalie.
So Tom did a great job introducing everyone, our guests, and the new existing members. So I want to welcome everyone once again. Great to see full room of faces, of known faces and familiar faces, and great to see people who are coming back after some period of time not seeing you guys. I want to say thanks to Sonia for keep doing great job with our social media. Everything looks really polished and shiny, and you guys keep writing those Google reviews if you haven't done yet. And let's kick off this meeting with our Toastmaster, Dan Wen.
Hi, good evening, my dear fellow Toastmaster and our guests, Mila and Simon, right? And anything else? Okay. Yeah, I'm so happy and excited to be your Toastmaster tonight. My role is guide you through this meeting, kind of like a GPS. Hopefully, no wrong turn. Okay, here's the Toastmaster. I want to encourage everyone, every role, every speech, whatever, just try harder. And so let's enjoy this night full of connection and a little bit, maybe a little bit chaos. Just enjoy it. Let's get started. And the first is, a speech. That is Henry Miller. Then the introduce is Tom. So please, Tom. Oh, sorry. Okay, wait. Tonight we have three speakers. One is our guest Henry Miller. The second one is Viviana. Wow, you are harder, try harder. And Anna, where's Anna?
Yeah.
Okay, he's not here yet. And table topic is Marcos. Oh, okay, our handsome guy. And speech evaluation is first one is Tom, second one is Chris, and Christina evaluator, and move on is functional reports. Timer B, please come here, introduce your role.
Hello, everyone. I'm B, and I'm going to be helping you stay on track when it comes to speaking within your allotted time. So for formal prepared speeches, you get 5 to 7 minutes, I believe. For evaluations, you get 2 to 3 minutes, and speakers during table topics get 1 to 2 minutes. So when you've reached your minimum, I'm going to flash a green card. Halfway through, kind of giving you a warning, I'll give you the yellow card, and when you've reached your maximum, I'll give you the red card, and I will report your times at the end of the meeting.
Thank you. And next is the R counter, Peyton. Oh, welcome, Peyton.
Thank you. So I'll be the R counter. That means I'll be counting all the filler words you'll be using in your speeches, like so, well, like, so on and so forth. Thank you.
Peyton. Tonight our grammar is Alexa.
Wait, beautiful lady. Good evening, fellow word warriors. Something interesting. I will be your grammarian for this evening, and I will be focused on, certain special words or phrases that you might say. I might also be focusing on grammatical errors or, just giving you guidance on what might be the proper way to say it. And then our word of the evening is tapestry. Oh, thank you. I forgot my. I will also be logging a count of how many times everyone uses it. So please do try to use it as much as possible. What it means is a heavy textile characterized by complicated pictorial designs and used for hangings, curtains, and upholstery. In figurative use, tapestry may refer to anything made up of different things, people, colors, etc. Examples of how to use it in a sentence are the walls were adorned with hand-woven tapestries, or they enjoyed the rich tapestry of life in the city. So that was it. Thank you.
Thank you. Then our general evaluator is Sonia. Welcome.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. So as your general evaluator, I am going to be observing the tapestry of roles and as well as the timeliness, how we work in the meeting tonight. And I will be giving you my observations at the end. Thank you.
Okay, let's move on the first speaker. Introduce Tom, please.
Thank you. I was going to, when I left the house today, I reached up on the curtain rod and I pulled down the tapestry. I was going to wear it. Did you get that, Electra? I was going to wear it tonight, and my girlfriend yelled. She said, "No, you're not," and she made me put it back up there. Something about she didn't want me to wear a curtain to the meeting. Okay, hey, we got Henry Miller in the house tonight. I'll do the introduction for Henry. Some of you know Henry, some of you may not, but Henry is a longtime Toastmaster. 20, how many years, Henry? 26? 30? 30 years. 4-time distinguished Toastmaster, which is an incredible achievement. How many clubs are you in right now? 4 clubs. I'm also, Henry's part of Humorous Toastmasters. That's the second club I'm in. You guys can be in more than one club. That's not cheating, really. Think about it. So on Thursdays, we do humorous Toastmasters via Zoom. So here's the thing with Henry. Henry loves to do contests, and he has actually made it this year. He's going to be competing at the International Toastmasters convention in next month, September, right? Or is it August? August. August 20th in Philadelphia.
Wow.
He has made it to the semifinals.
Big event.
Yeah, the big event.
Wow.
So it's the World Championships. So tonight, Henry's going to be providing us with a speech that will be his semifinal speech, right? It's called Two to Tango. And it may be a speech that you've given before here, but we want to see the new an improved version. And then I'll be evaluating Henry afterwards. So, Two to Tango, Henry Miller, the floor is all yours.
The tango is often referred to as the dance of love. But to me, it will forever be the dance of life. Why? Because it takes two to tango. So shall we dance? My fellow Toastmasters and guests, let's dance. It was a cold, rainy Sunday afternoon when I stormed into a dance studio in downtown San Jose, California, my hometown. No, I wasn't late. I wasn't even invited. I was merely seeking shelter from the pouring rain and was greeted by Nina like a firecracker who assumed that I was her tardy new student when she screamed, "You're late. Warm-ups are almost over." Warm-ups? Confused but amused as I observed her students as they stretched, flexed, some waddling like penguins. I wondered, am I in heaven or that other place? Feeling unworthy of seeking a place in either, I decided to leave quietly through the back door, clearly marked for emergency exit only. Caution, alarm will sound. Those signs are never legit, right? Woo, 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 off it went. And so too did Nina in my direction with her eyes like laser beams affixed to mine. In a panic, I froze. The heat I drew from Nina was so intense, my body began to thaw. As I tried desperately with my olive oil tongue to convince Nina that I was not one of her students, and the puddle I stood in was rainwater. Rainwater, senor? Come on. But with a forgiving smile, she made me an offer I just couldn't refuse. A warm, dry set of clothing, if I would stay for one painless dance lesson, guaranteed to change my life forever. Now, would you refuse an offer like that? I was ready to dance when she announced, "Today we will learn the tango, a dance born in the barrios of Argentina, a dance any of you can master if you watch your P's and Q's." Pints and quarts, Nina? No, silly. Your P's are your poise, your posture, your passion. And your Q's, spelled C-U-E, is what you must take from your partner. So pair up. It takes two to tango. Now, I was in a room full of strangers. My heart began pounding, my eyes hunting, but soon realized that the hunter was indeed the hunted. When across the room I spied a friendly smile with a rose, beckoning me to come, to begin the dance of a lifetime. Nina's first lesson was about balance. For the dance to be successful, she explained, you must find your balance and maintain it. To tango, it's okay at times to lean on your partner or allow your partner to lean on you. But if one partner is constantly leaning, the dance is doomed to failure. Find your balance, maintain it, and you and your Chiquita will be dancing together forever. And Nina was right. For although we began like penguins, soon we were in perfect balance, feeling like we could be on that show, dancing with the stars. But just as we began to feel each other's feelings, Nina shouted, change. And I questioned, partners? Why? And that's when I got Nina's second lesson. The only constant in life is change. Therefore, we must know how and when to change with the changes of life. Give your partner the room and space to grow. And if the dance was meant to be, time will let you know. Why? Because to tango, it takes two. And again, Nina was right, but I protested. Reminding Nina that I agreed only to a lesson in dance, not a class in philosophy. But again, she was right. For as we continued to change with the changes of the music, soon we had come full circle. And I was back with my original partner, as if we had never left each other. But as the room got smaller and smaller, our lives became bigger and bigger. And soon we were all bumping into each other, even exchanging dirty looks with one another. And that's when I got Nina's third and final lesson. Be a lover, not a fighter. Sometimes your own partner will back you into a corner. Don't fight your way out. Dance. Look for that opening and go with the flow. Sometimes we must dance, sometimes walk away. To live, to dance another day. My fellow Toastmasters, from that day, Nina opened my eyes to things I would have never seen or could have ever imagined. From that day, I learned to recognize opportunity when faced with adversity. From that day, my life was changed forever. No, not with Nina, but with my mystery partner, the Rose. And I'm telling you, your life can change too. If you remember and practice these 3 simple life lessons I learned that day from Nina and the Rose. 1, find your balance, maintain it, whatever you do. Change with the changes of life and know when to go with the flow. Why? Because it takes 2. I can't hear you. It takes 2 to tango. The dance of love and the dance of life. Mr. Toastmaster. Please release me, let me go.
Thank you so much. It's such a beautiful speech and dance. We learn the tango. That's my favorite. Okay, now let's scan the QR code, give the manners feedback. You can use the phone to get the QR code. Yeah, scan the QR code. Take a 30 seconds. There's a flow. Mhm. Okay, mostly done. Let's move on the second speaker. The introduce is Chris. Please come in, Chris. Introduce the webinar. Thank you.
Madam Toastmaster, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Anything else? Wow, round of applause for Henry again. What a wonderful, insightful story. And I missed 1 week last week and I missed it. I missed the energy. And to come back to that speech and all the other ones we'll have tonight is truly amazing. Such a tapestry of lessons and life and
Wow.
full circle moment for all of you, basically telling us the story of how you met your life partner. It's amazing. We're all rooting for you here. Well, our next speaker tonight is Vivian Mao. And I love the fact that Vivian makes a speech that is a typical speech. We could just talk about effective body language in our speeches, but she has such a creative title tonight. So it has me very curious about what it's going to be about. The title of the speech is Curiosity May Kill the Cat, but no curiosity kills relationships. We should probably listen to that. Her pathway is presentation mastery. She's on level 2, project 3. And a 1-sentence description of her speech is to explore the option of being curious and the results that it would lead to. Everyone, please welcome Vivian Mao.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. And I really shouldn't speak right after Henry. He has so many life lessons to share. So today I have only one lesson to share, that is being curious. Okay, so maybe we get too lazy or we are just too busy. We grow so used to living with assumptions. It's just natural, isn't it? So now I can assume you are curious about what I'm gonna say, but if I see you look down at your phones, I would assume that you are not interested at all. Or maybe you don't care, or maybe you just don't like my speech at all whatsoever. And you can see that those are just assumptions, and I can make them in just a few seconds, that fast. And you can see none of them are helpful, pleasant, or even true. So here's the deal. What if I had the mindset that led with curiosity rather than making assumptions? So let me share with you a story. This is what happened a couple of weeks ago. So my husband and I were heading up to Berkeley to meet our son. But to save time and gas, we decided to take one car. Before we took our drive, I had this 90-minute facial. So he would have to drive me to my appointment, and then he would have to wait for 90 minutes until I was done. So I told him, I think you're gonna be bored, and I think that you're gonna feel neglected. So let me plan something for you to do. To my surprise, he snapped. It was like, what do you have to do that? I feel really hurt because like, where did that come from? So I shot back right away. What is that all about? So you just don't like to wait for me? Is that so painful for you just to wait for a few minutes? So you could guess where this role will lead to. So what just happened? Instead of being curious about what he was thinking or feeling, I made assumption, and I assumed that he would be bored. I assumed that he would not like to wait for me. And apparently he had some other thoughts. I didn't know because I didn't bother to ask. So after a few moments of silence, I gathered myself and I asked, and I said, well, I feel bad that you have to wait, and I just try to help. So I asked him what was going on. He of course softened and he said, I didn't seem to trust that he would like to wait for me. And I didn't sound like I trust him that he could manage his own time. So you see what happened? Only if I had stayed curious about what he was thinking and how he felt, we could have, saved ourselves so much trouble and really prevented an unnecessary escalation. Curiosity can do a lot of wonders too. So let me give you another example. So a couple of days ago, I sent my client an engagement agreement. He asked me to get on a call. Then I was like, okay. The moment we got on, he went ballistic about a clause. And he even accused me of acting in bad faith and attacked my lawyer as well. So instead of going full on and attacking back, and I asked him, I understand what you might feel about it. If that clause really bothers you, I can really change it. That's not a problem at all. And I explained to him that clause has been there from day one. And it was not kind of like last minute sneaky addition that my lawyer did. Had he asked me what happened and being curious about when and why the clause was added there, we could save us so much problems and so much heat, and could have saved that clause, that deal to begin with. And so the lesson I have learned from this is being curious is really not that easy, because we have come with so many assumptions, but not being curious really lead to so much trouble. And curiosity really gonna save us from our own imagination. And not being curious may be easy, but it really is gonna take us to a different direction. So that's what I say. Curiosity might kill a cat, but not being curious, it will really hurt our relationships, ruin business deals, and even our peace of mind. Thank you.
Then forgot my role. Let's let's scan the QR code, give Vivian feedback. Yeah, always like that, huh? Okay. Maybe give one more second. Then, oh, looks Anna is not here tonight. It's not, so we just skip the Yeah, then we just move on to table topic. So next, welcome to Marcos. So from next part.
Okay. So unlike previous table topics, this one is going to be slightly different. I will be the person inviting 2 or 3 of you to come up here. So you're gonna choose a number from 1 to 5 and answer the corresponding question. So yeah, if you are picked and reject to participate, that is okay. However, remember, table topics is your playground to grow, laugh, stumble, and be supportive. So let's be supportive, and because we're all cheering you on. So let's start. Okay, the first person that I would like to invite up here is Beatriz.
Oh, you want to do it? Okay.
Okay, pick a number from 1 to
3.
5. 3. Okay. That was very fast. Do you believe humanity is becoming more united or more divided in the 21st century? What evidence supports you?
Well, oh boy. Well, on the surface, it definitely feels like, especially in the United States, it feels like humanity, American humanity is becoming more divided. And we see that all the polarization in the news and within families, people divided politically, and also these culture wars that I don't really understand because there's wonderful things in everyone. But one thing that I'm finding lately, which is really surprising, and I don't know if it's a function of the recent administration, but I am finding that there are a lot of people on both sides who are getting so sick of this. And they really want to be skeptical of the surface messages and kind of like go a little deeper and try to find common humanity, find common values, and just remember we're here together. So even though on the surface it seems like we're more divided, I think there is a current building and a force. And I am hoping that we can all ride it because I really love connecting. So anyway.
Okay, the second person that I would like to invite up here is our guest. Pick a number from 1 to 5. That's a great question. 4. 4. If scientists discover a way to live on Mars within your lifetime, but you had to leave Earth forever, would you go?
Hell no, there's probably a higher chance of me dying on Mars than on Earth. I'd rather die with a happy life, happy family, and not some like weird creatures running around. Like no oxygen, no food, nothing. I'd rather live on Earth with my family, my dog. Like, how's your dog gonna live up there? It's just you by yourself, isolation. Like that's not gonna work. So yeah, that'd be my answer.
I think we have time for another. Okay. So the third person that I would like to invite up here is Ethan. So pick a number 2. Number 2. Imagine you could go back in time and prevent one major historical or personal event. Which would you choose and why? Oh, okay. That's it.
One personal event.
Personal or historical?
Yeah, okay. I think it'll be personal, not historical. Personally, if I had a choice to go back, I would like to become a teacher. This is what I have realized after my 45 years of journey doing different things, that this is my sweet spot, and this is where I enter into a state of flow. So yeah.
Thank you. Give it up for me. Do we have more?
Yeah,
time?
yeah,
Or-
keep going.
Oh, really?
Keep
Okay,
going.
okay. Okay, and the next person that I would like to invite here up here is Christine. Okay, Christine, you have two left.
Okay, number 5 and,
Yeah, you have number 5 and
okay, I'll do number 5 then.
number 5. Perfect. If you could press a button that would give you eternal happiness, but erase your current personality and memories, would you do it? Why or why not?
Sorry, it will give me happiness, but erase my personality.
It would give you eternal happiness,
Eternal happiness.
but
okay.
erase your personality and memories.
Oh,
Why or why not?
I would definitely not do that. Oh, no. Well, I think, happiness obviously is very important, but I think there's also the benefits of experiencing pain, disappointment, or all different type of feelings in life. And I would love to go through a whole life where I can experience all different emotions and experiences, including the painful ones and the failures, and looking back to have a full life than only having the eternal happiness. Not to mention, if I erase my personality or memories, my son wouldn't recognize me. So there is definitely no way. Right. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. One more. Okay, this is the last one. And the last person that I would like to invite up here is Electra. Okay, you have no choice at this point.
Number 1.
Right? Which do you think drives people more? The desire for success or the fear of failure? And how has that played out in your own life?
I think for me, the fear of failure has driven me throughout my life. I don't know why I embody or have this feeling of anxiety, but it is something that maybe I inherited it from my mother, who knows? I know that my grandmother was a worrywart, so maybe it passed down from generation to generation. So when you have that sort of feeling of fear, it's possibly something that motivates you, though, to do something to try and succeed. If you think, oh no, what will happen to me if, for instance, I have to move around a lot as a kid? What if I have to move again? These things might actually make you stronger. You end up having these feelings of fear or anxiety, and you want to somehow overcome it. And I think maybe you might even want to seek out help to make yourself better, go to therapy, talk with a friend. So that's my answer to your question.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, let's move on the table topic. You can choose the first one is a B. The second is Sam. And the third is Kitten and Christina. And Alexa, 5 people. Okay, then later Chris will give us the number, who is the winner. Okay, let's move on the functionary reports. So first is the timer B. Oh, sorry, yeah. Speech evaluation. So first is Tom, please. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Henry, what can I say? I mean, you are going to the World Championships of Public Speaking, so I wasn't surprised to see how well organized and delivered your speech was. I mean, you checked the box across the board. What stood out to me when I saw you up there was your projection. All right, you were projecting the whole time, which you're going to need to do, obviously, on the big stage. The other thing was your vocal variety, right? You would soften your voice, and then all of a sudden, wake us up with a louder voice, right? I love that, and that's going to be important as well. You look like you're really enjoying yourself up there. That's what they want to see. Like, wow, Henry's having a good time. He's poised. There's no other place in the world he'd rather be than the big stage, so keep that up as well. Loved your use of props, the rose, right? You take your glasses off, right? And then you pointed to the ring and you had us in suspense and you sort of flipped it around on us, right? We thought you were going to be with Nina, but you were talking about the rose. So that was a nice little twist there. The one thing I really couldn't spot a lot of areas for improvement. Gosh. But the one thing I would remind you to do, you owned the stage up here, but in Philadelphia, you'll be on the big stage. So you know this, make sure you are using that full stage to your benefit, right? So you're going to be moving around a lot more, keep the eye contact going. Before I step down, does anybody have any other areas? We don't need to pat Henry on the back. His back is so sore already. Right, Henry? It really is, though. Any words to Henry that areas that he might think for improvement of his speech? Anything small? Just this could be the smallest thing that maybe he hasn't thought of. He's delivered this speech so many times, he knows it backwards and forwards. Don't be bashful. Henry can take it. Henry can take it, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but I was looking down at the timer. When I was trying to hit 7, yeah, and I,
What was his time? Henry's time?
16.
oh, that's bad.
Yeah. So just so you know,
I hit 7 because you have a 30-second grace period.
yeah.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. So I could have, but
I don't know if I would speed it up much. I mean, the pacing was perfect. So, if you go a tad over 7, that's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the yellow. That's when I started my
Wind up. Yeah.
and then it came pretty quickly.
Yeah.
The red.
We'll have to look back at the tape. I'll look back at the tape. We'll rewind the tape. Chris.
At the end, maybe I missed it. You pointed to the ring. Did you marry the woman you're dancing with and not the instructor, or did it end up being first dance part? Okay, that's your one. Bro.
Even more special. We have an agreement. I don't talk about having speech.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
That's why it was soft.
yeah. Okay, now I get it. Yeah.
You said takes 2 to tango, felt like that was like closing. I mean, that speech. I wasn't sure when the end was of the speech.
Well, the thing about that is you're trying to train your to go along with you, but I wasn't getting. I was hoping that during the speech. But I think in the context, it's going to be a very loud. So
And then the thing was, there was a couple of rhetorical questions. And it was almost like there was
expecting people to give you something back, and I wasn't sure if you want a response or not, or is it, well, are you ready to dance? Okay. Like, tell us what's going on. Okay.
Convention is the different in energy, yeah, different energy.
Okay.
So I might get a movie. And if I don't, I'll remember.
Don't worry, Chris won't be a judge there. Anybody else before we're done with Henry? I mean, this helps him, just these little tweaks here and there. Anybody else? All right, Henry, good luck to you. I mean, we'll be pulling for you. August 20th or 21st, right?
I'm in group 2.
Yeah.
Get there on the 20th, on 19th to the 20th is the prelim. And the next day at 1 o'clock.
Okay. And when you win and you give your acceptance speech, hey, if you could include a mention of our club.
What a lovely story. That's a good point, right? Because our club is the best. Okay, let's move on to Vivina. Please welcome Chris.
Vivian,
Yeah.
great job. I'm constantly inspired by your momentum. You've been doing a lot of speeches recently, and it reminds me to pick my next pathway and to get back on that horse to do my own speeches. So what did I love about your speech? I loved that you always have interesting, genuine stories that talk about life lessons. And it's about your husband or guests in your house or something to do at work. They're always true stories that I think we can all relate to. Also, you said, maybe we can. You invited us to be there with you, to go through this and learn this life lesson with you. Maybe we can be curious and not assumptive. And that is something that we all started to critically think about. How many times a day do we assume? Even Maria did a speech on that, about she was on the beach and someone assumed that her dog was a certain way, and because she came from a certain country, that she was a certain way. We make so many assumptions. And you said, what if we led with curiosity? That is so transformative for the audience to think about. And then you teed it up, and then you said, okay, let's go into some stories. Let's go into some lessons here. Great use of hands. This is all about body language. So I was watching your hands. You were quite animated, and your hands were down when they needed to be. And then they were up during the speech. And then they were open and around. You kind of did a half and an open, and then open and away. And then you were closed when you were talking about you and your husband having a conflict in the car because you dictated what he was going to do that afternoon while you were getting your facial. Right? You got like this, you closed up. The relationship closed up. The communication closed up. You got small and you got quiet. So it's a super important concept. You hit it home over and over again. And that's what really resonated with me as an audience member tonight. So what could you do differently to elevate it? When you come up here, sometimes you start the speech with, so let's get started. Classroom, right? So I wrote down, most of the time you're in conversation mode. We're having a chat. We're around a big table and we're drinking coffee together, versus presentation mode. A little bit more polished, a little bit more formal, not stuffy, not tight, but it's not as informal as conversation mode. And then also try to focus on your flow. And I think a lot of times you're thinking about what you want to say and there's really dramatic pauses. And I don't know if that's intentional or if you're just thinking about what's the next way I want to piece this thought together.
Thanks for being curious about it.
Exactly. And I was watching you, and I also, you left me with the idea about, this is all about body language. And so sometimes we don't even know we're communicating with our hands or even that we're doing something with a gesture or emotion, but what is it really conveying? If we can, there's probably a body language science that we can analyze. This means this, this means this. And then I started thinking about when we didn't have spoken language or written language, that's probably how we communicated, right? As we evolved over the thousands of years, tens of thousands that we've been on this earth. So great job tonight. Hopefully you can take the feedback.
Thank you.
But impressed by your progress, and please keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian.
Thank you so much. Such a beautiful feedback and beautiful speech, Vivian. And now is about functionary reports. B, now you tell. Welcome, B.
Okay, so we did pretty well today. Let's see. We had quite a few people who were under a minute. Our guest, and I'm sorry I forgot your name.
It's Sam.
Sam, thank you, Sam. Keaton and Christine, right under a minute for table topics. Then Electra and Vivian, you guys were right on time. And Henry and Chris were a little bit over. Do you guys need to know exact times? You want to know exact times? Okay, Henry, 7:16. Vivian, 5:54. Tom, 2:02. Chris, 3:30. I was 1 minute and 1 second. Yes, less than, I'm sorry, I got so caught up watching you, but I know it was under a minute. I know it was under a minute. Yeah. Kitan, 20 seconds. Christine, 47 seconds. And Electra, 1 minute, 20 seconds.
Yeah, then is Arkantar Kitten, please report.
So Henry, I think I'm surprised there were no filler words in your entire speech. I was keeping a watch on that, but there was none, not a single one. So that's great. Vivian, I think you had just a couple of them. Like Chris pointed out, there was 1 or 2 so's that I could capture, but were part of sentences. So I think they were good. And there was just one so no big filler was from anyone.
Yeah, we actually weaved together a tipsy of voice. Each one bring a color, texture, and perspective to our meeting. I just asked GPT help me. Okay, now move to grammar Alexa. Try.
Thank you. Okay, well, we all did really well this evening. There were I did not find any grammatical errors. So I'm very impressed. Most often there are a few things, but I will talk about some interesting phrases. Henry, I really enjoyed when you said P's and Q's because that was a great play on words. And of course, you also are a very vivid storyteller. So that made it just all the more exciting. And let's see, Vivian, I loved when you said, save us from our own imagination because our minds can kind of run amok and run wild. So I think it is very good for us to stop for a minute and curiously ask open-ended questions of people so that we don't stumble into these arguments. Sam, hell no, thank you very much. Somebody else even used it. And is it Keton? Is that how you spell, or how you say it? State of flow, I liked that you said that. And then as far as the word of the day, there were 3 people that said it once. Sonia, thank you. And then Tom and Chris. And oh, I didn't write it. Sorry about that. Okay, that was all for this evening. Thank you.
Okay, The next is the general evaluator, Sonia. Sonia, Sonia. Is it Sonia, right? Yes, Sonia, please, yes.
Okay, so let's see, the meeting evaluation. First of all, I wanted to say it is such a pleasure to have a celebrity in my eyes, okay, amongst us. So it was truly a pleasure to watch or to listen, observe you in action. So just had to get that out there. The meeting I thought ran very, very well. We obviously are doing very well on time because we were short one speaker. But because of that, one of the good things that we are, I think, very good at is adjusting for that. And so we were able to get in more table topics, get more people to participate. Let's see, the meeting did start on time. Visitor introductions were spoken about at the very beginning. And one of the great things about the meeting that I think is very good that we have new members taking on roles. So I know that that's really tough. That's tough sometimes as a new member. I still consider myself to be new, so let's see what else. The agenda was reviewed at the beginning. The meeting was full of enthusiasm. It was just a great meeting as usual. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonia. Conclusion. Now, welcome our President Natila.
Such a wonderful meeting. I love when we have guests, especially Henry, that inspires all of us to try and rise to this level and see what we are all might be capable of, right? I love the it takes two to tango concept. And actually, I wanted to share with you how I noticed it during the entire meeting. In addition to what Henry mentioned about personal life and all the things that you need to do with your partner, I noticed it in additional areas. For example, we had the desire to success and fear of failure. I feel those are two parts, and you cannot choose only one. That was in table topics, and there's always a dance between those two areas. You go from one, you dance from one area to other, and this is how you navigate your life. That is how I feel. And in Vivian's speech, curiosity to the other person versus our own imagination. This is something that also, for how I feel it, is also some sort of a tango dance where we dance through this path from our own mindset into the curiosity and back, because we cannot be always just curious. We do have our own thoughts. And the last one that I liked from Chris, that presentation mode versus conversation mode, that was really good. I really also, I need to take this note to myself. I many times do things in conversation mode while I figure out that, oh, okay, we need to also learn how to switch and how to do this dance from presentation to conversation where it is appropriate. So thank you all for those great ideas and thoughts and inspiring topics. Have a great night.
We have the table topics winner. Marcos has winner. Oh, really? Oh. A winner? The winner, yeah.
So the winner for table topics is our guest. Oh, it's me. I thought you said B. I thought it was you, B. I'm sorry. Amazing. Thank you so much, guys.
7 votes.